This past weekend, it was a lot going on in the world of sports. Between Jake Paul getting his ass whooped the way he did, and the Bears beating the Packers to win the division, it almost felt like a perfect weekend in sports. And even with all the bullshit that's been going on in the WWE, last Friday night, a miracle happened. Carmelo HAYES won the United States Championship. And I gotta be honest with y'all, that surprised the shit out of me because I just didn't think that was even possible. But when we talk about the career of Carmelo HAYES, I'm not surprised one bit. These are the type of things that I expect to see Carmelo HAYES accomplish in the WWE. This actually gives me some type of hope. I just don't want to move too fast and get my hopes up. I thought Ilya Dragunov was going to hold that title for a while. That adds more to my surprise. Dragunov is the type of guy I expect the WWE to put that title on. And a part of me kind of thought that Dragunov would go on the streak kind of like Gunther did with the Intercontinental Championship. So imagine my surprise when Carmelo HAYES got the job done. And it was a good ass match because these two guys are the ingredients you need to have a successful WWE in the future. One of the themes I've been speaking on recently is that the future is now. When we really take a look at the landscape in WWE, the new generation is here. We still have some of the veterans and legends, but a lot like John Cena, all of these legends are on their way out the door. Everything that Carmelo HAYES has been doing at NXT has been cash money. And for me, he should have been a top priority for the main roster. The same way that company is clamoring for Braun Breaker, that same type of attention and detail needs to be spent on Carmelo HAYES as well. Let's not forget that in NXT, Carmelo HAYES has beaten Braun Breaker at least 2 times over the NXT Championship. And while we're keeping that in mind, Carmelo HAYES had already been in NXT before Braun Breaker even got there. So by my calculation, that means that Carmelo HAYES should already be more developed in the ring than Braun Breaker. So it begs the question, why the hell is Braun Breaker the favorite to win the Royal Rumble and get in the World Heavyweight Championship match next week, and Carmelo HAYES is almost looked at as a rookie? So I applaud whoever's on the creative that came up with this idea. When I've watched Carmelo HAYES in NXT, believe it or not, I've seen certain resemblance to Shawn Michaels. Now, I'm not saying Carmelo HAYES wrestles like Shawn Michaels, but Carmelo HAYES has this presence and has this confidence in the ring that HBK had. Carmelo HAYES has a certain command in the ring and with the crowd that Shawn Michaels had. Carmelo HAYES knows how to sell and be in the right spots, a lot like Shawn Michaels. It's all of these fundamentals that help make Shawn Michaels one of the greatest of all time. And I see Carmelo HAYES having that same type of IQ. The interesting part about this theory of mine is the fact that Shawn Michaels is the general manager and the lead creator for NXT. So Carmelo HAYES has been directly working with Shawn Michaels for the past 4 or 5 years. And something tells me Shawn Michaels is a huge advocate for Carmelo HAYES. Hell, Shawn Michaels might be part of the reason Carmelo HAYES is our new United States champion. And I love that for Carmelo HAYES. One thing we got to keep in mind about this business of pro wrestling, and especially in the WWE, politics is a big part of what we see on the TV screen. That goes for all of the wrestlers, but especially the black wrestlers. Because I'm sure we all have to know that track record when it comes to that department. This is why I have a lot of respect for everything that Carmelo HAYES is doing right now and what he's been doing in NXT. Because not only do I think Carmelo HAYES is great inside of the ring, I think Carmelo HAYES is just as good of a businessman. And he knows how to be professional and how to network with the right people, how to be easy to work with and willing to learn. Those are the type of qualities that make the executives and the coaches in WWE work in your favor. And how well you carry yourself behind the scenes directly affects how well you do in the WWE. So even though I still don't like John Cena getting his happy ass choked out in his last match, at least I could look to the future with Carmelo HAYES being the new United States champion.